We then, I then asked the class to list a sample space for 3 coins. Okay, if you're flipping 3 coins instead of 2. And if you weren't there, if you haven't done that, you should do that before you look at the result. But we got a pretty good set of lists. Most students had a pretty good looking set of lists. I walked around and looked at them. And I didn't look at them in complete detail, so I don't know if some people might have left one off or gotten one extra. But on the whole, the lists looked quite good. Some people chose to draw a tree. Well, it's easy enough to draw a tree for the 3 flips. You just take each result for 2 flips, like the tails, tails, and you put a heads, tails on it here. Tails, heads, you put a heads, tails on that, and so forth, and you get a nice list. I don't have room to list it up here, but you can see, and I think your book shows you that particular tree diagram in any case. Okay, now the way I listed it, I just used a different system. Okay, it came out with the same result that you would get from a tree diagram, and a tree diagram is a very good system. But anytime you try to list a sample space, you want to get a system. You want to use a system that ensures that you get all the possible outcomes and that you don't duplicate any. So my system here is basically list the heads as early as possible. So we start with heads, heads, heads. Then we go. We can't use 3 heads again, so we do heads, heads, tails. We put the tail on the end because that puts it as late as possible, keeping the heads toward the beginning. And another way of looking at this is we're just doing this alphabetically, heads before tails. Okay, then we do heads, tails, heads, heads, tails, tails. Then we go to the ones that start with tails. Tails, heads, heads, tails, heads, tails, 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 heads, tails, tails, tails. There's another way to look at that, and I'll probably throw that in here in a minute. But that would be a way of listing the sample space for 3 coins.